Hello, welcome to Daily Hope. My name is Pastor George Negrete. Well, Pastor Frank this past Sunday kicked off a new series titled Values. And in that series, Pastor Frank mentioned that there were some things that God often uses in our life that are challenging, that help us to be all that He wants us to be. And Pastor Frank used the phrase, the deep end of things, that God will allow the deep ends of life, areas that are challenging for us, that helps us to grow and to get stronger. One of the verses that Pastor Frank shared in his message was from the book of James in chapter 1, verses 2 through 5. Let me read that passage of scripture to you. It says, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing." And what that's saying is that God will often use those situations in our life that are challenging to help us to grow. Now, anybody who has ever went to the gym understands this principle with the phrase, no pain, no gain. That if you want to see your muscles get stronger and grow, you have to tear those muscles. And you tear them by causing some pain to those muscles with either lifting weights or exhausting those muscles. And so we understand that in order to see some increase with our strength and our muscles, we have to experience a little bit of pain. And the same thing is true even with raising children. I have 3 children of my own, and I can't protect them from all of the dangers in life. I have to allow them to experience some of the things that are dangerous or uncomfortable or not ideal in order for them to value certain things. For example, if they never had to walk to school or never had to walk to work, they wouldn't really value reliable transportation. If I always gave them money without having them earn that money or having them be without money, then they wouldn't really understand the value of money. It's through those challenges that they actually learn the value of things and that they mature and they grow. And so when we experience challenges in our life, we shouldn't run away from them and think that they're always bad. We should often ask ourselves, and this was the point of the message, was ask ourselves, God, what are you trying to teach me through this challenge? God can use all of those situations to cause us to grow. In closing, I just want to share a story about a time when I grew because of a mistake that I made. There was a time when I had been praying that God would help me to get out of debt. And God helped me to get out of debt. And then we had a vehicle that we sold, and we actually had some cash. And so not only were we out of debt, but we had some savings. And rather than looking at a wise way to invest, I had somebody who offered me a get-rich-quick way to invest. And unfortunately, we took that cash and I invested it, and I lost most of that cash. And I remember thinking after I lost it, why did this happen? And I was reminded of the prayer that I asked God, God, help me to stay out of debt. And I realized that it was my mistake that had caused me to go right back into an area where I was now asking God again to help me to be in a place where we had savings again. And I don't remember that. I don't forget that situation. I remember what happened there because now it has helped me to change how I invest and how I save. I save wisely. I invest wisely. And I'm going to do it over the course of a lifetime. I know that there are no shortcuts to wealth. I have to invest wisely over that course of time. It was through that hardship that I learned a very valuable lesson. And so I don't look back at that and I want to do that again, but I value the lesson that I learned. And this is what James is talking about, is don't waste those opportunities where you have some challenges, where you've went through some deep times in your life. God can use those, even if they're mistakes that you made, even if the reason that you're in that challenging situation is because you put yourself there. God can still use that to help teach you something, to help you to mature, to help you to be all that He wants you to be. And so let's value those challenging times because God will use them. God bless you. This has been Daily Hope. I hope you have a great week.